Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. US markets were down about 0.78 to about 0.9% as there is an extended uncertainty in the Eurozone over Greece negotiations. Even European markets were down anywhere from 1 to almost about 2%. And when we look at the Asian markets today morning, most of the markets are weak anywhere from 0.25 to almost about 0.6 odd percent. Overall, our markets had a flat day on Friday after underperformance that we have seen over many days, and flows also were not great. FIs were net sellers in the cash market to the tune of about 625 crore. The domestic institutions, however, were biased to the tune of about 705 crore, and in the index futures, FIs were net biased to the tune of about 120 odd crore. Over the weekend, we had some positive news in the form of better than expected IIP number. Inflation has inched up a little, but it's not alarming level as yet, and overall progress of the monsoon has been good. So though the FI flows has been negative and the overall bias for the market continues to be negative, we think that the market could stabilize about 100 points down from current levels. Though immediately there are no big triggers, but we don't think there is a case for a very sharp downtick in the market from current levels. On that note, let me invite our F&O expert to take you through important F&O cues and ideas that we can have from the derivative side.
Good morning friends, we'll give an analysis on derivatives. In Friday's trading session, we have seen after a sharp fall and Nifty breaching below 8,000 levels in Thursday's trading session. Friday's trading session, we have seen Nifty starting with the negative bias, taking cues from the international markets and also with the Thursday's trade. And however, at lower levels, we have seen some kind of bounce back in Nifty and some kind of buying interest, due to which we have seen some kind of bounce back in Nifty, mainly led by banking sectors, which were the star performers in Friday's trading session. And eventually, we have seen some kind of positive closing in Friday's trade of 0.24% at 7978.70. On the open interest terms, we have seen a build-up of around 1%. Some long build-up was observed by market participants in Friday's trade. However, cost of carry remained, that is Nifty remained under discount of around 5 to 6 odd points from around 8 to 9 odd points in Thursday's trading session. The cost of carry have been into negative 1.5 odd percentage, while put call ratio have increased a bit from 0.84 to 0.85 levels, and volatility index was more or less same at 17.48 levels in Friday's trade. On the options activity, we have seen 8,000 call option have seen a build-up of around 11 odd percentage, while 8,100 strike price has seen an addition of 16.5 odd percentage. Now 8,000 call option have seen a significant amount of build-up in last 2 to 3 trading sessions in Thursday's trade and also in Friday's trade. So eventually 8,000 call option has been now acting as a resistance for our market. And eventually, if it crosses and if we see a closing above 8,000, then we might see some kind of pullback in Nifty for more 200 odd points. So watch out for 8,000 call option activity in today's trade. If we see some kind of unwinding in this 8,000 call and strike price, we might see continuation in the uptrend, or else it would act as a stiff resistance for our market. While input option, we continue to see 7,800 strike price, seeing significant amount of build-up and is the highest in terms of open interest. And the positions is now getting shipped from 8,000 strike price to 7,800 strike price, indicating a bit negative cues for the market, while 8,000 put option continues to see an unwinding. But from the start of the series, we have seen significant amount of short build-up in 8,000 put option, and now we have seen unwinding in 8,000 put option that put writers have been covering their shorts, which is a bit negative sign for our market going forward. There is only one securities in bank period for today's trade, that is Amtech Auto. While in FI's activity in index futures, interestingly there were net bias of 120 odd crores, and the open interest of FIs in index futures went up by around 2 to 3 odd percentage, indicating some kind of long positions was been built up by FIs in Friday's trading session. While index options, there were net bias of 465 odd crores, and stock futures not much of activity. There were net sellers of only 42 odd crores, and stock options there were net sellers of only 63 odd crores in Friday's trade. 5 days we have stands at 8025, that too at around 8,000 odd levels, with a lower range at 7,900 and a higher range of 8050. So watch out for this level for the intraday basis. SGX Nifty is trading with negative around 9 odd points, and it's trading at 7966.50. We can expect some kind of flattish opening in today's trade. for our session. That concludes from derivatives. Thank you.
Friends, let me take you through Sharekhan pre-market action. Starting with trading ideas first, a long call on Vedanta as the company would merge its subsidiary King India with itself for a larger natural resource play, and the ratio is likely to be about 1:1, so one can go long on Vedanta with the stop loss of 179 and a target of about 190 to about 196. Kaveri Seeds, there is some positive news as the Reserve Bank of India has allowed the FIIs to invest up to about 49% of the equity. So one can go long on Kaveri with the stop loss of 768 and a target of about 800 to 815. Mahindra will launch a new light commercial vehicle named Jeeto by the end of this month, and FOMC meet is likely to take a major call on the interest rates hike on 16th and 17th of this month, that is Tuesday and Wednesday, which will be an important event that most of the markets are watching out for, exactly what is their stance on the interest rates hike. The IIP number that came over the weekend were positive at 4.1%. However, the CPI also has risen to almost about 5.01%. Elder Pharma is targeting about 100 crore from global sales of its calcium supplement brand. NTPC has commissioned another 200 megawatt capacity at its Koldam hydropower project in Himachal Pradesh. NTPC is also looking at investing about 5,000 crore to take over the stressed power generation assets from central and state sector units. And Tata Steel UK has approached the ACAS to help facilitate the next phase of talks between the parties. Rainfall has definitely picked up in most of the parts of the country, and it's 5% above normal till now as per the MET. Alstom is looking at investing about 5,700 crore in setting up manufacturing facility in India, and Anil Ambani Group, after acquiring Pipavav Shipyard, is looking into the possibility of putting up defense capacities in various areas to take part in that opportunity. Power tariff in Delhi has been hiked by about 6% from June 15. Aurobindo gets USFDA nod for Epilspay drug dilanating generic, and government is proposing 5% stake sale in Power Grid, which is likely to fetch about 3,800 crore, and Suntech Realty to launch new project in Andheri. Deepak Fertilizer has executed the shareholder agreement with Unity Infra for the setting up of terminal market complex at Kalyan in Maharashtra. Tata Motors global wholesale sales in May came in at about 79,244 units, and Wipro is considering £500 million investment in Egypt. Here is a list of stocks with positive and negative bias. Stocks with positive bias are OFSS, Kotak Bank and Tata Power. Stocks with negative bias are Castrol, Bank of Baroda and HDIL. Stocks for investment that we like at this point of time are Aditya Birla Nuvo, HDFC Bank, L&T, Persistent System and Tata Motor DBR. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a good trading session and see you tomorrow at the same time.